Hello, this is Sarah Tuberty, your host from Disarming Disability. Enjoy the following program on Public House Media.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Your Life Matters podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Mariah White, and I am a passionate pediatric nurse practitioner and fired up health and happiness coach, here to deliver a message to you. This podcast is meant to provide a hope and a dream that fuels your soul to dream big and to dream bold and to inspire and empower you to live out your wildest freaking dreams and to grab a hold onto the unwavering truth that you were made for more. What's up, guys? Happy Tuesday. I am in this state of just sharing my heart with you and sharing my mind and my thoughts. And I really had to take some time to really think about what I wanted to say during this time. I wanted to think very strategically, and it's crazy because you've heard me say this before. As we went and ventured into uncharted territory with this global pandemic, and we went into uncharted territory with quarantining, and we went into all of these unknowns, and we talked about uncertainty and how to thrive and not just survive. And then it's like the world got through-ish a global pandemic and then was hit with a pandemic that has been around for centuries and hasn't gone away. And it's hard to find the words. So I was sitting there and I was journaling and I was writing down and I was brainstorming and I was coming together. And then all of a sudden I turned the page in my journal and this is what it said. It was a quote, just so happens to be by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And it said, "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving." And friends, right now during this time, I just want to remind you that if you can't fly, then run with me. If you can't run, then walk with me. If you can't crawl, I just need you somehow, some way to just keep moving forward and move forward with me. I am so appreciative that you are listening to this podcast. And for those of you who are new to this podcast, and this is the first episode that you're listening to, I'm so proud of you for picking up a podcast and to be listening to Your Life Matters, because it does. And if you are one of my devoted listeners, this is one where I want you to kind of swipe up, and whether you're on Spotify or iTunes or whatever platform you're listening to, I need you to hit the share, copy the link, send it to a friend through a text message, because I feel like so many people need this, because there's so many emotions during these unsettled times that we need to talk about. There needs to be a calm during the storms. There needs to be a wake up for the world. And I think that's what's happening today, right now. So I wanted you guys to understand that I too struggle with anxiety and depression and worry and fear and this unsettled times of like, what's going on? We just went through a pandemic, over 4 million people have filed for unemployment in the United States alone. And all of these countries are being affected. Like, this is a global thing. On a global scale, everyone's been affected in some form or fashion. Not only has the U.S. had to file for unemployment, but a lot of people around the world have become unemployed due to coronavirus. And then to wake up and see racism and prejudices and what happened with George Floyd and all the other George Floyds of the world. As a biracial woman in America, as a German African American woman in America, to a biracial daughter, to a biracial bonus daughter, I needed to figure out what I needed to say to you guys. And all I need to say is that exact quote that Martin Luther King said. We have got to move forward, and we have to move forward together. So I wanted to figure out how I could help you during this time. And I don't want you to think that you're going to listen to me say, well, I need you to just keep pushing, and I need you to just get rid of your feelings, and I need you to just suck it up. No, what I'm going to tell you is feel your emotions. But also, I'm going to give you a couple of tips that I want you to use. Number 1, be informed, but do not become consumed. Be informed, but do not become consumed. Get off of your phone. Get off of the news. There is a reason why it's called scheduled programming. It is programmed to get you to come back for more. I do not like the news on in the house. I do not like the news on around the girls. I don't really like even partaking in the news. Most of the time I'm like, AirPods are on while Lee is watching it and I'm doing something else because I don't want to know. I don't want to be programmed to come back for more chaos during my day. So be informed, but do not be consumed. Take time where you literally have your phone in a different room and you are just spending time with your family, or hell, spending time by yourself. I just got done taking meditating right before I jumped on, and I was like, I'm going to get my mic out. I'm going to record podcasts, and I'm just going to show up for my amazing listeners. And I burned some incense. I did some meditation. You really executed my chakras, and just was like, I am feeling anointed and empowered, and I'm going to speak right now. But I needed to be calm. So my second tip for you is take 10 minutes to be calm during the day. Silence the noise. I know a lot of people drive with radios or playing podcasts, but when is the last time you drove with absolute silence? When is the last time you woke up and didn't grab your phone right away, or didn't turn the TV on right away, and you just sat in silence with you, yourself, a pen, a piece of paper, and quiet? So that's my second tip. Take 10 minutes to just be silent and calm with yourself. The third tip is practice gratitude. Write down 5 things you're grateful for every single day, even in the midst of all of the crazy, all of the hustle, all of the bustle. Write down 5 things. Fourth thing I want you to do. Please, for goodness gracious, move your body for 30 minutes a day. You will release endorphins that lowers cortisol, that causes stress, and that is released when you are stressed. You need those good, feel-good endorphins, hormones raging through your body, especially now more than ever. Go, move your body. Don't want to go outside? Do something in your home. You need something to help you stay accountable? You know that I'm a health and fitness coach. You know I'm a lifestyle coach. You know that I'm here. Message me. Send me a DM at Dr. Fit White, or message me on Facebook, or go to www.borntoshinewellness.com. Subscribe to my text message thread at 31996. Text Your Life Matters, and you will get a hold of motivation, encouragement, connectivity, community. You will get support. You have got to move your body. You have to move your body in order to get through this time. You have to calm the storm in the world, but calm the storm around your body, your connectivity, your senses. You need to be at your greatest level of just peace for at least 30 minutes a day. And then last, I need you to look at how you are fueling your body, especially now. As many of you guys know, you follow me on social media, I just did a 21-day complete ultimate reset detox of my entire body. I feel good. Food is medicine more than medicine is. And I say that all the time to my patients. I say that all the time to my coaches. I say that all the time to my customers. We have got to fuel our body with the necessary nutrients in order to work the way that we are supposed to be functioning in society. And over the last 21 days, I've gotten rid of complex carbohydrates that I don't need. I've gotten rid of high fructose corn syrup and sugars in general. I've gotten rid of extra caffeine and caffeine altogether that don't just derive from normal foods that I eat. I went to a completely plant-based diet and I feel incredible. No more brain fog. I sleep great. No insomnia. Like, I just felt so at ease. And if I'm being completely honest, there was a week during the reset that I felt great without taking my PPD medication. And I just was like, this is being restored back to factory settings. I feel amazing, and more people need to get back here. So guys, during this unsettling time, during the pain that everybody's feeling, I want you to remember one simple thing. You can control the controllables. You can be emotionally stable even during unsettling times. You can take care of you. You can take a stance, but you also need to remember that you have to take care of you during this time, because this is going to happen, but there also is going to be an end. The thing about trials and tribulations is that they suck. If I'm being honest, they suck. They suck. They hurt. And during the moment, during the season, you're like, what am I learning from this other than the pain? And then you come out of it, which we all do. And we say, man, I learned more during that season, that time, than any other season ever. It's not that you grow in times of good. You grow in the bad times. I always say that. You grow through what you go through. And if you aren't, you're not learning. And life obviously is very miserable because you're not taking this as a lesson of how to learn. I think one of the things that I've helped many people with in the last 3 months is understand that the unorthodox thought of, having multiple streams of income or different resources or different ways to make money doesn't just start with your 9 to 5. That's not the only option. It doesn't just happen after you get a college education or an education in general. It happens when you start to think outside the box. You start to do things outside the box. And I opened up a lot of people's minds to understanding what they can accomplish, what they can achieve, and how they continue to grow in times of uncertainty. So guys, I just gave you some tips on how to breathe and focus and realign to who you are. And I just really want you to hear this one more time and take from it with what you wish. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. My friends, I am here to support you and love you. Your life matters. Your life matters. Every life matters. Every Black life matters. Let's continue to move forward together. If you need support, if you need an ear, if you need just someone to pray for you, please tag me in this. Reach out to me on social media, DM me, come be a part of my mentorship program at borntoshinewellness.com. Come be a part of my team, my tribe of community of amazing freaking humans that just want to make an impact in the world. Whatever it is, in whatever capacity, I am here. And I want you to know, more than anything in this world, your life matters.
What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of the Your Life Matters podcast. I'm so grateful that you're here. I just ask that you share this episode with somebody. I ask you to just share it and give it to somebody who could potentially need to hear this message. I really am on a mission to help hundreds of thousands of people to believe that their mess is their message and that their story really does matter and that above all, their life matters I'm so grateful that you're here. I want you to share this episode. And then on top of that, if you could please leave a rating or a review or both. Let me know what speaks to you. Let me know what you need to hear. Let me know what you've connected with, because that's going to be the best way that I can make sure that I'm giving you guys exactly what you need. I love you guys with all my heart. I'm so grateful for you, and I want you to know the difference and the impact you guys make in my life. I love seeing your messages. I love seeing when you guys private message me or screenshot it and share it on Instagram or Facebook, because it lets me know that this podcast is doing exactly what it was meant to do. And it's to make sure that there's an impact being made and to help remind you and everyone else that your life matters.